Hey guys, welcome to Are Minnis, and this week we decided to go on a road trip. So come along with us to South Cairo, New York, where we visited Think Big, a tiny house resort, our first time traveling during the pandemic.
Wow.
Shut up. Don't do that.
What?
You weren't supposed to do that.
I was acting.
At first, I was very nervous about traveling through the pandemic, but we thought long and hard about what we want to do, and we didn't want to leave the state. So the tiny house resort was only about 2 hours away from our house in Brooklyn, and we decided it was the perfect place for us to go. So all of the tiny houses have different names. We rented out the Oki, and what I liked most about the Oki was the location. It was located up on the hill, so you could see some of the other tiny houses below. You could see the creek, and you can also see the pool from the front porch. And it was a good distance from the front desk and from the animals. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna stand over here on the other side of this gate. What's up? How you doing? I found the tiny house to be very spacious on the inside. The living room nook was cozy, the kitchen had room to cook a whole meal, the fridge was even bigger than I thought it would be. I made sure to get a tiny house that was 2 levels because my husband is kind of tall, so I wanted to make sure we had the space to stand up and move around. And the outside also had plenty of space. There was a grill outside. There was really a whole living room set up outside for you to relax as well. You get like this little welcome bag and eggs, duck eggs. Oh, I didn't realize that at first. Some fresh chicken eggs, goat milk soap, okay, and blueberry jam. I can't wait to try this. The resort also has a number of animals around. There's a goat petting area where you are free to go in and interact with the goats. Before COVID, I believe they offered goat yoga, but now there's a daily goat walk you can participate in. I'm guessing these are the cute little happy ducks that laid the eggs for us. There's also rabbits and adorable chipmunks everywhere. I have to mention as well, even though it was July, I did not get a single mosquito bite at the resort. And I also didn't see very many flies. So the inside shower was a bit small, but we went outside around the side of the house and we found something that really made up for that. There was an outdoor shower. I was so excited. I think I probably took about 5 showers in that outdoor shower minimum. It was amazing just to hear the birds chirping, have the sun on your face while you were bathing. Now, my absolute favorite thing about the resort, even better than the outdoor shower, is the waterfall on the property. I was blown away by the beauty and the power of these falls. You could go right down into the falls, but it's a pretty rocky and slippery walk, so make sure you use water shoes. For those who can't make it down there, there's also a viewing deck on the property as well. So all throughout the resort, there's lots of places for you to find peace and just have a little fun and time to yourself. One of my favorite things was the swing. It brought me back to my childhood. When I was little, me and my next door neighbor had a tire swing that we hooked up to a tree, and this brought me back to that time. Then if you look around just walking through, there was all kinds of little nooks and crannies that had places for you to just relax. One of my favorite things was this hammock, and I almost missed it because it was kind of like buried in some of the trees, but I came here at least twice just to take in the nature and be with my thoughts and just swing back and forth and enjoy the weather. There was also a number of rocking chairs throughout the resort, and most of them were lined up so you could look out into the creek and watch the animals play, listen to the birds chirp. There's also this little wooden playground thing here. It didn't look all that safe for kids, but I'm pretty sure maybe some older kids, but not kids that are too small, would be able to play on there. But it was very peaceful in the morning just to go there and meditate and take in the nature around you. One of the best features about the resort, of course, is the pool. It's open until October 1st, and at first I was a bit nervous about getting in the pool because of COVID, but we ended up having it all to ourselves, and we was out there acting a plumb fool. In addition, we rented out the patio nearby so we could grill and make drinks at our leisure. There was plenty of umbrellas and shaded areas. There was also cleaning spray and wipes for everyone to use. And the Oki house was just a short walk to the pool. Some of the other houses are a bit further away. The tiny house resort also has water activities included in your stay for no extra cost. But please note, you will have to have your own water shoes to participate. We opted to do the river tubing because the creek was too low that day for kayaking. Now, this was a first for me and I was really nervous, but I ended up having a really good time. There were a ton of small crab and fish in the water, which had me nervous at first, but honestly, they just want to get as far away from humans as quickly as possible. All of the tiny houses also have fire pits. You can purchase a fire starter kit for just $7. I really enjoyed our time just sitting around the fire, having conversation, having drinks. To me, it was the most relaxing part of the day. I grew up on the south side of Chicago, and I don't ever remember having the opportunity to do something like that. So this was also a first for me. And I think also just reflecting on having visited the waterfall and the power of the water falling, and then experiencing the parallel of having the blazing heat from the fire like crumble around us. I think it was something very special about experiencing both in one day. Also, another first time experience for me was making s'mores. You can text the front desk and they have everything you need: the graham crackers, the chocolate, the marshmallows, and even the roasting sticks. I'm not sure it's something I would do again. The whole time I was really afraid that my braids was gonna catch on fire, and it was just like the heat was too much holding the marshmallow on top and it got really sticky. So I don't think it's something that I need to do again. If you have any questions for us about the Tiny House Resort, hit us up in the comments and don't forget to subscribe. Since we were already in upstate New York, we decided to check out some of the things in the local area. We went to Art Minnis, which is a 30-minute drive from the Tiny House Resort in Ghent, New York. Art Minnis is a nonprofit outdoor sculpture park with over 120 acres of sculptures from artists all around the world. Art Minnis was an ambitious thing to do in the heat. I mean, a lot of the sculptures are really deep into the woods. You have to go through all these paths with lots of bugs, and it was just a lot. So we didn't end up seeing most of the park, but we saw enough. So we walking through these woods, and it's way too much stuff that's flying past my head and chirping, and it's just a lot of noise out here. And it's like, whew, all type of sculptures like deep into the woods behind me. You see that?
This is too much.
So that's it, guys. Thanks for coming along with us to a tiny house resort. We had such a good time. And at first, we weren't thinking that we'd be able to take any type of vacations during this pandemic. So we encourage you to get out there and see what's in your state. We've been living in New York for almost 15 years and we've never seen much of the state. So this was a much needed, trip to just see a little bit more of what our state has to offer. Safe travels.